This was when Sharon and I were first married, and we were living in Ferndale, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. And I had this wonderful job in an engineering job shop. Well, job shops where you didn't work for the company that you're doing drawings for, you worked for another company, and like Ford Motor or Chrysler or General Motors, and this job shop would get work from them. So we worked on many different projects, and I had this wonderful job which was only 1 block from where we lived. So I didn't use the car. I just walk over to the job. Well, this lasted for about 2 weeks. Then the owner comes over and says, "I've got an assignment for you outside of here." I said, "Okay, great, where is it?" He says, "It's in Enrico and Fermi nuclear plant in Monroe, Michigan." I said, "All right." So here I had this job where I was walking 1 block to work, which was wonderful, and I'd come home for lunch. Now I had to go to Monroe, Michigan, which is about 40 miles away. Well, my car couldn't make that drive. I had a leaky radiator. So I was really stuck to what to do, and I couldn't afford to buy another car. I had like a 1954 Ford, and this was in like 1962. So I had to borrow my friend's car to get to work. I told him, I said, "Look, I only need to borrow your car for 1 day because I'm going to put a rebuilt radiator in my car." He says, "Okay," so he gave me his car. So Sharon, I drove the car down to my dad's store in Midtown Detroit, and I went and bought a rebuilt radiator. But I didn't have time to put it in. I had to go to work. So I enlisted Sharon to put the radiator in the car. So I went off to work. Sharon had the radiator, and she's in front of my dad's radio and TV store, parked there in the front. And these guys are sitting around who hung out at his store. And she proceeded to change the radiator in the Ford. And she worked on it all day long. Now this is a woman who wouldn't get out of a car when she was a teenager to help push another car. Now she is changing the radiator in the car. And she spent all day changing that radiator. And she got it done, and it was a fantastic job. It worked. And then she said to me, "You know, those guys are sitting on out in the front of your dad's store, and not one of them would offer to help me." Anyways, she got it done, and now I had a car to go to that 40 miles to the Enrico Fermi nuclear plant. Great job as a mechanic, babe.